Hello, how are you doing today? My name is Jacqueline. If you are seeing this reading, there's a message in here for you. So, when I was tapping into the energy of whatever message needed to come through, I kept hearing that there is nothing outside of you that you are not worthy of. There is not a thing outside of you that you are not worthy of, that you are not deserving of. Someone needs to hear that nothing is above you, meaning that you can achieve whatever you choose to achieve. I also am getting this message from Spirit when it comes to not just self-worth, but also I bluntly heard F everyone else. So if there are people outside of you that have been making things complicated, meaning that they get in your head or they twist your perception when it comes to your reality, whether it's intentional or not, whether it's about you or about some kind of aspect of you. Okay, so I feel like that this is being brought up to your awareness because there's this new boundary line, and they're showing me like this. It's like a salt circle all the way around you, meaning that nothing can interfere, nothing can come in, just like your energy isn't able to be bled out. Who am I reading for? Why are you so intense? You got heavy water in your chart? Anyways, let's go ahead and see what's going on though. Like, what does Spirit want you to be aware of when it comes to like what happens after that boundary line is fully around whoever I'm reading for? What happens after that? Like, what will be the changes they see? Dance the rainbow. I love to have beauty in my life. Then we have let the leaves go. I can let go of what I no longer need. This one is sticking out, so I'm going to go ahead and take this one. Bake magic cookies. I can give good things to myself and others. So I feel like that for you. Some of you, there's because of the lack of boundary line energetically, meaning like that's you, that's not me, F you being done. For some of you, it's even like people who are being passive aggressive, so it isn't necessarily shoved in your face. But they sow little seeds of doubt. This feels a little bit like a snake in the grass, like I would say someone who may come across very positive or has a very loving motivational cheerleader spirit about them, but then they're like, yeah, you're not gonna get it. Like, they have that underlying tone, you know what I mean? And it's nothing, I don't feel like it's anything personal to you. For some of you, it's just the way that this person is, or these people are, because for some of you it's a few different people. Maybe it's people whose opinions you truly value, but you know whose opinion you really need to value is your own opinion, especially when it comes to yourself, your dreams, what you want to do, what you want to achieve. And so with this dancing in the rainbow, I feel like that. And now I'm getting the song, of course, because there's a waterfall, right? Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. Anyways, I feel like that perhaps you've been told that. Perhaps that for some of you, this is like a family tradition or a line of work, or it's a traditional value in some way. And you have this internal knowing, this authentic, like it feels like you're not being true to yourself if you carry on that tradition, right? It feels like that there is and I'm getting a very ice cold touch on my arm. It doesn't feel uncomfortable, like it's not hurting, but I feel like that you have people on the other side that are saying like, no, like, listen to us, don't listen to them. I don't feel like that they have ill intentions, but you are not meant to carry on the path that they chose. They chose that path for themselves. They chose to carry on with that tradition. You are meant to start new traditions. And I'm getting this reminder from Spirit. And sometimes this comes up whenever I do readings for people in regards to breaking generational curses, ancestral curses, clearing karma, or I do energy work for them to help them with that. What happens is that there's always this message of what is after you is more important than what's before you. And so this would be about creating your own tradition. So whoever is speaking like that, you know, it's not like that what you're doing is hurting anybody. You know, it may not be something that they agree with, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it is something that is like you do not have the intention of betrayal. Okay, this could be religious beliefs. This could be, for some of you, this could be career. Like maybe, because I did see a mechanic, and then their son was a mechanic, and then their son was a mechanic, and then there's, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, so I feel like that spirit is saying to whoever this message is for, the reason why the initial message was nothing outside of you, there's nothing outside of you that you're not worthy of, is because this could be very deeply ingrained in your subconscious. Like, I gotta, you know, oh yeah, you know, that's what they did. That's what they did. No, you are meant to stick out. You are meant to be different. I also feel like that for some of you, it's part of your self-love journey with the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Didn't I mention like heavy water energy? My goodness. But this is about allowing yourself to, this girl always reminds me of Billie Eilish. I don't know what that is about. Some of you might have very intensely colored eyes. Anyways, maybe that's something, just like how eye color can be genetic. So it's the same way with spiritual energy. Anyways, with ancestral energy, so on and so forth. So definitely look into healing the past for sure. For some of you, it's like you've been on this path for so long. I'm getting a message from spirit. That's why, yep. Some of you have been on this path that is like you've been breaking generational curses left and right. That's amazing. Be proud of yourself. And now the universe is like, okay, but now it's time for you to take the next step forward. Like, you know what you have to do. You've been prepped for this. You have trained for this, is what I'm hearing. And because of that, Spirit is saying, okay, now it's time to live that life. You've been talking that talk, and you've been, you know, walking that walk. Sorry, I have a hair on my face. Anyways, and you have been choosing to move the way that you're moving and staying true to yourself. And because of that, some of you, it's here. Okay. Some of you, this could have been a cycle that you went round. And sorry, because they came in with the song, here we go, one more time. Da, 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 da. Here we go. Da, 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 da. Was that NSYNC or something? Anyways. But I keep hearing this message about how you very well could have gone through this several times. Like, how do I set boundaries with my family? Do I just completely cut them off? Do I let them walk all over me? Do I do this? Do I do that? And it's been quite an emotional strain on you. And I feel like that Spirit wants you to be aware that it doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to be this way, like where you're all cooped up inside and you're sitting here, and you also keep a lot of things to yourself. Could be experiences, or, you know, wanting to talk about memories. Excuse me, I have a hair. It's driving me crazy. Anyways, I'm wanting to talk about memories, wanting to talk about things that are important to you, right? And I feel like that when it comes to Spirit and everything going on in your life at this time, it's about stepping out of that Four of Pentacles. It's about breaking free. Again, I can let go of what I no longer need. Okay. Why is this coming out, Spirit? Page of Cups, because you are actually about to have an emotional breakthrough. Some of you, maybe you've always wanted to have friends that felt like sisters or brothers. You know, you never had close friendships. They would come and go. And now you have energies that are willing to invest their time into you, and willing to show up for you, and willing to, you know, bargain for you, put up a fight, write out the bad times, you know, people that'll put a little pep in your step. I'm going to go ahead and carry this on to the next video. It'll be part 2. Back again. So the energy that I was picking up on towards the end of part 1 was the fact that, yes, you are breaking free of traditional energies, but traditional thought processes. And what's coming in for you, though, and I kept hearing immaculate conception, so that was very interesting to me. This is truly about creating your own reality without being heavily influenced or misled in some way by energies that are attached or associated to you. Anyways, moving forward, this is about genuinely attracting in deep, meaningful relationships. People who are willing to go to bat for you. I very well could be reading for the black sheep of the family. Seven could be a number that sticks out for you, but I feel like that this message is coming forward again for you because some of you, it's like creating your own family tree. It's like literally breaking off that branch, putting that branch on in like different soils. So you may have been called to do a lot of root chakra work, or perhaps you're doing root chakra work now. You had to practice out of ground. Maybe that was something that your family struggled with a lot, was grounding themselves, making sure that they were coming from that very stable, secure place. You could have had ancestral wounding when it came to the root chakra, also as stability, emotional stability, financial stability. Anyways, but you are recreating what is meant to unfold. You are recreating your life, which is leading to what is meant to unfold. I do feel like if you have siblings, yes, it's going to impact them. Oh, yes. Especially if it's like, I'm getting this message about you healing yourself, which is a message I've gotten for years. When you heal yourself, you heal your bloodline. Yes, but I feel like that is going to impact your siblings the most, especially financially. Okay. This could be even you sitting here recreating your life successfully and then inspiring your family members, inspiring your cousins, inspiring your sisters or your brothers to make the changes that they need to make or to follow their own path. I don't know why I'm getting sunrises, the Lover's card. But then again, also attracting close relationships. So what do they need to know? Okay, one moment. Whoop. Anyways, the Chariot. Some of you, this has been the only thing that has been holding you back. You being oh my gosh. The Hermit, the Five of Cups, the Two of Swords, but then underneath all this, I grabbed both of them. The Nine of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. So I feel like that Spirit is sitting here saying, the only thing that has been holding you back from your manifestations, you've been authentic to yourself. You've been loving. You've done a lot of healing work. You have chosen to stay true to you. I'm getting like a huge list of beautiful things that you have done. And you've done all that. So again, nothing outside of you is more worthy than you. There's nothing outside of you that you are not worthy of. There you go. Anyways, remember that things are happening in your favor. And the last little step that you have to do before you free fall into this new reality, before you free fall into this life, very self-made, no nepotism here. I don't know why I had to say that. Maybe you're going to create nepotism in your family. Maybe you have some skills, some talent. Maybe you're going to make the right moves financially and you're going to set your family up. Generational wealth, right? I love it when generational wealth comes up. A lot of yellows and greens coming up, so make sure that you're eating a very colorful diet. I started taking sea moss recently, and if you got any tips for taking sea moss, like, help me out. I'm putting tahine on that shit. Anyways, excuse me. Whatever. Anyways, what is coming in, though? What is coming in? What are you, a badass? What is this about? Five of Cups, Three of Cups, and the King of Swords. And that's you, Page of Swords. You really gonna start speaking your mind. If you are intuitive, or if you write, or if you're creative in some way, yeah, 6 of Cups, 2 of Cups on the bottom, 6 of Wands, Wheel of Fortune popping out too. Anyways, if you are creative, or if you feel like that your creativity has been blocked, it's gonna start flowing. You're just going to continue to know things. Things are just going to continue to make sense. You're going to feel more in harmony with the universe. And it's not just about manifesting, but it's also about clarity. It's thinking clearer. It's like my guides are saying, it's like turning your brain into AI, meaning like picking up things, interpreting them quickly, but getting solutions quickly. Your IQ going up, perhaps. Anyways. But just a lot of brain capacity being opened up for you. Okay, let's go ahead, and I would like to let's go back to this deck. Any other last messages for these beautiful people? For these beautiful people. Time. Oh. It's a beautiful message. Sorry, I really love this deck. I think it's very colorful and fun. Anyways, number 11 and 29, 10, 29, 129, 11, 29 could be important times or dates. Anyways, time capsule. I have the confidence to be myself. And then painting with magic. I don't have to know everything all of the time. I feel like with these 2 cards coming out, this is about maybe some of you, what held you back is what would happen. Maybe you just had a hard time visualizing what life would be like if you made these steps. And now you're making these steps, you're following through with it. Things are shifting. You're truly standing on your own. I see the Chokuri symbol, Reiki symbol, excuse me, in my mind's eye. Anyways, and so that's about spiritual growth, power, like truly, I don't want to say stepping into your power. I feel like you've already stepped into your power and now it's exuding out of you, pouring out of you. You're seeing the true effects of it. And again, with this time capsule though, I feel like that it was obviously, I'm picking up a little bit of divine timing energy, but it's also about being at the right place at the right time, having the right code, because now they're showing me a safe, like this parts of you, these strengths within you, these abilities, as well as like your magnetizing power, like your ability to attract things in. You know, it's not like you haven't been able to do it before, but sorry, I could see it. It's like this big glowing safe, and they're showing me like you putting the right code in, that opening up, and that shifting your reality. I feel like that if you've made it this far into this reading, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyways, and spiritual wealth leads to financial wealth. It leads to physical wealth. And I feel like that for you, that is what is going to be transpiring. This could very well be this could be as simple. I don't feel like it's as simple as this. I feel like that it's going to resonate for everybody differently. But for some of you, it could be breaking the cycle of a lack mindset, or never having enough, or poverty, things like that. But Spirit is saying for you to continue to be confident in yourself, to continue to step away from tradition, to create your own tradition, to create your own way of being. Also to create, for some of you, it's like completely changing your lifestyle. For some of you, it could be moving far away. I don't know why I'm getting like 11,000 miles. Anyways, 290 miles maybe. Anyways, but I feel like that also you might feel drawn to tie-dye. I don't know why I'm getting that. Anyways, but I feel like that this is a huge sign for someone with there's a lot of intention that you've been doing behind your healing and behind what you focus on. And maybe you focus more on the internal aspects of yourself instead of just like manifesting $10,000 randomly or whatever. You're like, no, I'd rather heal. And that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. That's what Spirit's saying. You're only going up from here, babe. Anyways, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, please check out my website or my email. Thank you.